Basketball isn't easy. All my life, I've been striving.
Hey, KBZ, you fired up.
And welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA Friday Hoops Fest.
And we see a while ago, and now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First for the Lakers, Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope. And at the center position, an impressive combination of size and skill. The 7'1" Spaniard, Marc Gasol. And it's LeBron James, and it's Davis in at the 4. And for Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And inside at center, a long 6'11", the skyscraping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 4.
You know, last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, the team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group and really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Irving kicks to Harris. No good from outside. Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
Yeah, the expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and of course Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry.
Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thanks, Doris. Now, here is Irving. No luck. Excellent D there from Schroeder.
Now you look at Irving and how much success he's had early in his NBA career. I think the only thing standing between him and true stardom right now is health. He's just had a lot of nagging injuries. He would love to put together an injury-free season.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Schroeder, who's covered by Irving. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the crowd immediately letting the officials have it after that whistle.
A very unpopular call there.
And that one's good. Durant. And for Kyrie Irving, his first All-Star appearance last season, and just Clark his second year.
Well, you look at his age and what he's doing. Really a skilled scorer and playmaker already with size and athleticism. I like his savvy too, Kevin. He's very slick in how he gets around the basketball court. This kid has a chance to perhaps be an MVP caliber player in a few more years.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Gasol with the steal. Jordan against LeBron. Here's Schroeder. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Harris covered by LeBron. Harris kicks to Durant. On the wing, Harden. Back to Irving. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Guys, when his class came out, people thought Irving was a clear-cut #1 player, but I don't think anybody saw him taking the league by storm the way he has. It's almost like he's surpassed all of his expectations already.
And a fun stat for Irving. He's just the 5th player, Steve, in NBA history to tally 3 consecutive 30-point games before his 21st birthday. That's remarkable.
You know, you look at him now at commercials. I mean, the play, the caliber of play. This guy's a rising star.
Durant sets a screen for Harden. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. That's on LeBron James. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too. Clark, we're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
And Durant with the block. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Gasol gets the screen from Caldwell Pope. They get the rebound. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got 8.
Well, something special about him, guys, is just how good he is at winning the so-called second shot game, going hard to the offensive glass, salvaging points with his putbacks.
And something else he does that might not wind up in the stat sheet, but is still a big part of his game, his leadership defensively. Collectively, they're a much better team when he's on the floor.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Anthony Davis. The pass to Caldwell Pope. Davis against Durant. Davis dishes to Gasol. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul.
You know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Here's Davis. And Durant with the block. Harris passes to Irving. There's the 3, and that one's good. Irving's got 5.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Harris against LeBron. Cannot hit. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Passes to Irving. Back to Harden. Harris outside. And the Nets, another 3.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Back to Davis. Lets it go from the wing. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 10 points for Anthony Davis.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Kevin Durant with the slam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Here's LeBron. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Harden kicks to Durant. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Schroeder. And he uses the glass on the layup. Schroeder's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Irving gets a screen from Jordan. He used that pick to get in close. 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Schroeder off a pick from Caldwell Pope. Shot from free throw range. The shot's good from Schroeder.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
It's Harden with the drive. Jordan, the feed to Irving. On the wing, Harden. He kicks to Jordan. Davis is there. Outside Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
For the majority of his career, Marc Gasol has been referred to as the other Gasol. But last season, you can make that case that he surpassed his brother Powell in terms of impact on the court.
Jeff Green is checked in for Kevin Durant. And Marc Gasol, a little bigger than his older brother Powell, very comfortable at the center position, whereas Powell is a little more of a tweener. They're both obviously so incredibly skilled.
They sure are. I mean, both Gasol's able to play in the high post as passers or jump shooters or down on the low block, and where they can use their array of offensive skills. Pretty impressive to see 2 players like that coming out of the same family.
Wasted no time on that one.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Now, here is Harden. From past the arc, it's rebounded by Schroeder. The Lakers trail. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Nets have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket.
You know, a lot of things went right for the Nets last season, but one area they struggled in was handling the Western Conference teams. In 30 chances against teams out west, they only won 13 times.
Clock at 6. Another miss by Harden. The Lakers shooting an impressive 60% early. Davis with a screen on Jordan. Drills it from outside.
An unusual skill set for a big man. The long-range shot that gives you such good spacing offensively.
And back to the Nets against the West. That number not really what you want if you plan on winning a tough division, Steve, like the Atlantic.
Well, that was the difference last year in terms of who won the Atlantic. You know, the Knicks had a great record against the West, and the Nets did not. So I think to get a high seed, to win the division, the Nets have to have a better record against Western Conference teams this year. Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up. Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
The shot's good from Schroeder.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here is Harden after the made shot from Schroeder. Here's Harris. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Harris has got 6.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Fires for 3, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
A nice shot by Jordan. LA's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game, and the Lakers call time here.
Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They waited only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And, boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
Now, here is Morris. Pass to LaRusso. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And back to the Lakers' struggles last season. What do you think, Clark, were the main problems that, held them back from being the kind of title contender that they thought they were and a lot of people imagined they were?
Well, how much time do I have? 3 or 4 shot clocks worth? I mean, I think there were a number of issues, as you might expect. Injuries played a significant role, but I think there was discord over how they should play, really no true identity. They were a big team trying to be small, a team without a number of shooters trying to spread the floor, an older team trying to go up tempo, coaching change, and that transition.
Right, yes.
You had a lot of moving parts, and it made it very difficult for everybody, I think, and it showed in how the Lakers' season went.
That's a good assessment.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Here's LaRusso. Lays it up and banks it in. 5 points in the game.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
The shot's good from Jordan.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
LaRusso against Irving. Here's Kuzma. And again, it's the Lakers from deep. Nets trail by 5. Outside, Green takes a 3. It's rebounded by LaRusso.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And it's Harris off the drive. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Now this is the 2nd season for the Nets here in Brooklyn. It's amazing how quickly they've made themselves a part of this community. They've tried to capture some of that history from sports in the past. In fact, they have the flagpole from the old Ebbets Field right outside the Barclays Center. Kind of a cool historical connection.
Here's Morris. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to LaRusso. Three-pointer. Another shot. Rejected by Irving. Now Harden. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Harden's got 6 points. And for the Nets, you notice that unlike most teams with their jerseys, whether they're on the road or at home, it's Brooklyn across their chest.
I think that represents them representing the borough, Kevin, and looking to establish a new identity. And even if you aren't a big Nets fan, for Brooklynites, it's easy to throw on a black and white sweater or jersey with Brooklyn across the front of it. And up and down season for the Nets last year, and the playoffs were just more of the same. They ended up getting knocked out by the Bulls in the only first-round matchup that went to 7 games.
The three. Another miss by Harden. Lakers leading by 3 and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Green kicks to Harden. Irving feeds to Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harris has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Los Angeles has gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Irving against LaRusso. They get a hand on it. Irving kicks to Harris. And the basket good. Now just a 1-point Laker lead.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out feed. That's perfection to me.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Lakers lead by 1.